Hi everybody, welcome back to Adventure in the Baking. I'm Will, and today we will be making a loaf of sandwich bread. Now, when you think about bread, you think about it's gonna be so difficult, you're not gonna know what to do. There's so many ingredients on a regular loaf of bread that you'd buy in the store, and these ingredients you can't even pronounce. Well, I'm here to tell you today that with these 10 simple ingredients in front of me, you can make the best loaf of bread that you have ever had, hands down. 2.5 teaspoons of instant yeast, 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1/4 cup of water, 1 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of grated cheddar cheese, a 1/2 cup of finely grated Parmesan, 3.5 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, and 1 diced jalapeno. All right, now that you've got all your ingredients measured out, next step you want to do is dump them all into the bowl of a mixer. First thing you're going to do, take your yeast, drop it in the bowl. Then you're going to go ahead and add your water. Then your salt. Then your sugar. You got to give that yeast something to eat, right? Next we'll go ahead and add the butter. Next you can go ahead and pour in your milk. We'll add in our cheddar cheese, our grated Parmesan, the flour, and finally, the jalapenos. So now that you've got all your ingredients in your bowl, the next thing you want to do is either mix it all by hand, or if you have a great mixer like this, attach your bread hook to your mixer and get mixing. Look at that, all those ingredients are coming together nicely and we're starting to see a really beautiful dough here. So if you decided that you wanted to do this with your hands instead of using a mixer, you're going to want to, after you get all the ingredients mixed together to start forming a dough in the bowl, you'll take that dough ball out, place it in front of you, and knead like this. You're going to take the bottoms of your hands, you're going to push forward, and you're going to take your fingers underneath the front of the dough and roll it back. You're going to want to keep doing this until you get that nice smooth dough. And every so often, you're going to want to take it, flip it over, and do it at a different angle. All right, now what you want to do is take the dough out of the bowl, place it in a new bowl. Try to take it to somewhere that's dry and warm and let it sit for just 1 hour. I'm going to place it over here on my stovetop and drape a nice kitchen cloth over the top. We'll set our timer for that hour. And go find something else to do. All right, and it's been an hour, so we'll go ahead and remove that cover. As you can see, it has definitely grown in size. So now we're gonna take it and move it over to the other countertop and put it in a baking pan to rise for another hour. We're gonna take a non-stick baking spray. You could also use butter if you wanted, and we'll line the inside of the pan. Remove the dough from the bowl and place it on the counter. You're going to want to form it into a loaf. So just press and tuck until it starts looking like a loaf of bread. Carefully pick up your loaf and set it in your loaf pan. We're going to move the loaf over to where we let the bread rise before, and we're going to cover it up and let it rise for another hour. About 15 minutes before your timer goes off on that second rise, you want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees because this thing is going to need some heat to bake. The hour is up and the oven's preheated. Let's go ahead and see how it looks. Oh yeah, that's risen nicely. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pop it into the oven. Place it on the center rack and set our oven for 35 minutes. All right, it's time to take this bread out of the oven. You guys ready to see it? Oh God, I wish you guys could smell this right now. It's amazing. Take a look at that. All right, now it's time to take it out of the pan and let it cool on the wire cooling rack. So you're just gonna grab one side and let gravity do the work. See how nice that came out of there? We're gonna gently set the loaf on the wire cooling rack and wait at least a half an hour before you cut into this. See how easy that was, guys? Just 10 ingredients, a little bit of mixing, some waiting around, and there you have a delicious loaf of bread that you could add the different kinds of cheeses in. You could take out the jalapenos, you could add different kinds of peppers, whatever you want to do. All I can tell you is that this is going to make one amazing grilled cheese sandwich. All right, guys, let's slice into this thing and see how it looks. Oh gosh, look at that. All right, well, I better send it over to my taste tester to see if it gets the thumbs up.
Oh, it's still warm.
Thanks guys for watching. I told you it was gonna be easy. Give it a shot and let me know how it turns out for you. Take care.